Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Nathan from My Crypto Paradise. In today's video we will be looking at ZRX. This is another DeFi project, a liquidity provider protocol, and what gonna happen right now? We are at the key moment and very important timing. There are two scenarios that we might be expecting. Either price will bounce from this level and will rise by 155%, or we will have a break lower where the price will decline by another 20%. Overall, we're stuck in this triangle. Clearly, the price is ranging, and in today's video, we will discuss the probability for each scenario, whether the price will go up or it will continue declining, where the buyers might be stepping in, what are the best levels to buy. So let's get started, and first jump to the coin 360 to see the overall market sentiment. The Bitcoin is $48,000. Overall loss of today is 6%. Ethereum down by nearly 9%. Well, the market is bleeding, but you can see how ADA is going. It's pretty good. 16% up today. DOT up 3%. XRP 2%. This is a short-term bearish market. And how far the price might decline? Well, today we will look into that. Let's start with the ZRX by going to the coin market cap. ZRX is ranked 87 total market cap, $1,347,000,000. During the past week, it declined by nearly 20%. Well, struggling along with the most coins, which actually might provide a great buying opportunity. So let's jump to the ZRX against the dollar on the 3-day chart. And guys, today we will look at multiple time frames, and we will look also at the ZRX against the Bitcoin. And on this chart, we can see that price is moving within this ascending channel, which is a long-term bullish trend. That's for sure. This is the bull market. But we must consider that this top where the price has bounced off the channel might actually result in the decline towards this support area near $1 psychological level. At the same time, we have several support levels, namely it's a 461.8 Fips at $1.21, and another support which is the nearest one, and price seems to be breaking below this support right now, which is 661.8 Fips. Now these Fips were applied to this pullback. This is the very first pullback after we have this bottom formed. Now why this Fib is so important? Well, if we apply a second Fib, basically the wave where the price tested the bottom of the channel, we have now two levels at the same spot, one, and yet again we have two Fibs right at the same price. Now first Fib is the key resistance at $2 psychological level, and we can see that there is this supply area where the price is actually struggling to move higher. But important point to consider is that we had the break and close above this area already. We might be seeing the test of the $4 resistance, which is also a psychological level corresponding to 2 Fibonacci retracement level at the very same price. So this scenario is very possible as long as we hold above the moving average. We had this bounce of the moving average, very clean bounce, along with the bounce of the 461.8% Fips. And we can see that this is the key demand area. So we have the key supply area and the key demand area. The important point, as we mentioned, is this break above the resistance, and price has been respecting the support. All in all, we have approached this support, but the important point here is that we have approached the middle trend line of the channel. Now let's move to the daily chart and see the probability of the both scenarios. So here we have this triangle, and if we are going to break and close below this bottom, we already had a clean bounce of this simple uptrend trend line on the logarithmic chart. There was this bounce. So this level at $1.5 is now very, very important. Besides, guys, we can see this range trading going on, but the most important, break above the range. We had this break above the range. This could have been a bull trap, and in fact, price declined sharply after this breakout. Another important thing is this rejection of the trend line and another rejection of the trend line. So it is a bullish market, and we need to see the price action during the next couple of days, whether there will be daily break and close below $1.5 or not. If price will break lower, then the retest of $1.2 will become very likely. If price will manage to produce the spike and then return with a daily close above 1.5, then the buyers might be stepping in. Now buyers are waiting for the break above the triangle, especially this high. And if price will bounce off the current support, we might be seeing another consolidational phase, and then either break to the upside or break to the downside. But currently, probability favors the bullish market because overall sentiment is bullish. We had the break above the resistance, we had the bounce of the trend line once, and there was another one. We also had a bounce of the support. And if price will start rising from now, there can be 150% growth for the 0x. On the other hand, break below this low will result in a drop by 20%. In my crypto paradise, we monitor the markets 24/7, and once we see the opportunity, we obviously share them with our subscribers. Let's move on to the 0x against the dollar on the 8-hour chart. And right there we have several scenarios which might take place if price will actually break below this bottom. In that case, the support at 127 or 113 might be tested. These are the previously formed support levels. Well, first, this is the bottom after this high formed, and another one is 88.6% fibs. The fibs was applied to this wave up, and we can see there was this bounce of the fibs. Besides, we can spot that here is another huge demand area for the 0x. On the other hand, we have this average price downtrend trend line, and there was the bounce of the trend line, which also implies that the buyers could be starting to step in. Let's see what happens during the next 48 hours to this level and obviously to this low, because this might be the key price action that we must follow. Moving on to the 0x against the dollar on the 4-hour chart. First of all, we had this break above the simple trend line and break above the 200 exponential moving average. This was a very important breakout. After the breakout, price went up and bounced off 61.8 fibs at $1.95. But then we had the break above this high, which actually suggested that the trend is up and is likely to continue. But yet again, this could have been a bull trap, and as we can see, there was this decline towards the $1.51. We had tested the 23.6 fibs and cleanly bounced off this level. Whether the price will manage to hold this level or not, it is yet to be seen, but certainly there is a demand at this price. Another important point at this chart is that we had applied an extended descending channel where we used these two highs and this low here, and we extended this channel. So we can see that there was this bounce. In fact, it's right now happening. Well, we cannot say it is a bounce since there is no confirmation of it, but yet this is a demand area for the 0x. Perhaps buyers will be waiting for this bounce, the rejection of this area, then break above the trend line should be the signal to get in for the medium to long run on the 0x. Another chart is the 2-hour chart where we have Elliott wave theory applied to it. And as we can see, we had 5 waves to the upside, and right now we could have completed the ABC corrective pattern, basically 2 waves to the downside. We discussed that there is this support area, and if it holds, market might be reversing. We definitely need to break above the descending channel to confirm that. And as we can see, we have another bounce of the bottom of the channel. Previously, we had a bounce of the ascending channel, which was extended ascending channel, and now we're having the bounce of the descending channel. So price could be consolidating within the channel, very possible. We might be even having an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move to the downside. But this is only if we break this low. Before that, this seems to be like an ABC corrective pattern where we might be establishing a double bottom here before price continues to rise. And finally, the Bitcoin against the 0x. And also we have an Elliott wave theory applied to it, where we have a very similar case as we had on the 1 hour chart for the 0x against the USDT. But here, this is the 16-hour chart. Price is clearly above the 200 simple moving average. We had this clean bounce of the moving average, yet again 2 bounces here, and price here almost reached the moving average but didn't test it. All in all, we have wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the bullish market. Wave 5 completed. We had the correction A, B, and C. Then we had produced a double bottom, a potential double bottom here, because we had no clean break and close below this spike. In fact, we did not have clean break and close below this low. For this reason, we have applied FIPS to this move down, where we see the bounce of the 78.6 FIPS and clean bounce of the 61.8 FIPS. All in all, the support is formed at 3,145 Satoshis. The resistance is formed at 3,600 Satoshis. Price is dancing between these levels right now. Therefore, we need to watch the current support either for the break lower, or we need to watch the current resistance for the break higher. That was all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to take it easy and smooth, and see you next time.